Welcome to part 3 of the series called The Space Between. This week we wanted to talk to you about this whole idea around unforgiveness. We are convinced that it actually does cause a space between you and God, a huge space between you and people that you love. And in fact, the space between me and the other side here is quite large. It's called the Grand Canyon. It's such a large space that they actually call it one of the 7 wonders of the world, and people come from all around to see this huge space. Unforgiveness. We believe it's a space, not a little one, a real big one. And in fact, if we were to all come together, all 5,000 to 6,000 of you, if you were to come here with me at the Grand Canyon and try to fill in that space, we couldn't do it. We couldn't do it with all your shovels and all the equipment that you could bring here. It just could not be done, not in our lifetime. Unforgiveness is very similar to that. You can't fill in the space between where you are and the God that we're talking about, Jesus Himself, the relationship with the Father that I know that He would love for us to have. That space can't be filled in, not with all of the help in the world, not without Him. We have to have Him. In this series and in this weekend, we want to share with you how to get that huge space, the Grand Canyon of our lives, filled in and how it relates to unforgiveness. You would think that Christians would be very good at forgiving, but that's really not the case. You know, when you think about the Grand Canyon that was forgiven for each one of us, I mean, God really covered a lot of space to forgive us. I think you know that, and I know that. But why is it that we're not good at forgiving? I mean, that was the greatest thing ever extended towards us, but yet we can't extend it towards other people. We're not very good at it, that's for sure. I am convinced that one of the reasons why we're not able to is because we really don't know what it means. We think if I go to forgive someone, then I have to allow them to come right back into my life and just live around me the way it was before. But what happened to me was a big deal. The word forgiveness is not the word trust. The word trust says, bring them back in. Just close in the gap, bring them back into your life and trust them again. But that's not forgiveness. Forgiveness is an attitude of the heart. It's saying what you did to me was a big deal. That's the reason why a lot of people don't forgive, because they think they have to trust. We're not here to tell you to trust, but to forgive. Trust says, come on back into my life. I trust you now like nothing ever happened. That's not forgiveness. We have this whole cliche that we always say that in order to forgive, you have to forget. That's just not true. There's no truth in that at all. Forgiveness and forgetting are two different things. In fact, you can't forget it. Now, the Lord forgot about your sin, but we can't forget about what's happened to us. That would be trust. That would be acting like it wasn't a big deal. Forgiveness is when you and God hook up together and you see the space between, the pain of the unforgiveness, and you say, okay, God, I forgive. And He does. He covers it back up. You're going to have God to help you forgive.